Hello there, how are you? Support for the Beartown firefighters. The Baraga County community comes together after an accident in which 2 firefighters are killed.
Hi, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. Hello. Hi. Mic check.
Right now, Local 3 News begins with your forecast first.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Tom Kippen. On our Local 3 radar network, we do have some rain showers and thunderstorms developing across Florence County, Wisconsin, and this thunderstorm is creeping towards Iron Mountain. Temperatures, they are warm outside. We have temperatures that are in the 80s. We'll see temperatures in the 70s to around 80 at 8 o'clock with some storms developing and remaining warm and humid for the rest of the night with some scattered thunderstorms. From Storm Team 3, that's your forecast first. Local 3 News at 6 starts right now.
Tonight on Local 3 News, the Baraga County community comes together after an accident in which 2 Beartown firefighters are killed, several others injured. And a sister city delegation tour. Community members from Japan touring around Marquette, getting an up-close and personal look at the area's wildlife rehabilitation efforts. Plus, a check of the Marquette County economy, how the LSCP report matters to the community. Those stories and more ahead tonight on Local 3 News.
From WJMN TV, Marquette, Escanaba. This is Local 3 News at 6 in HD.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for Local 3 News in HD. I'm Cynthia Thompson. We begin tonight with a deadly crash in Minnesota over the weekend that claimed the lives of 2 Upper Michigan firefighters and injured several others. 28-year-old Michael Allen Johnson of Baraga has been arrested on 2 counts of criminal vehicular homicide, operating a motor vehicle in a grossly negligent manner. He's being held in a Minnesota jail. He's scheduled to be arraigned tomorrow morning. Johnson was one of the drivers in a convoy that included 20 Baraga area firefighters heading to Utah. They were leaving on Saturday. They were on their way to the Box Canyon wildfire. Minnesota State Police say 1 truck left the roadway and hit the median cable barriers and rolled over. It happened just after 3 Saturday afternoon along I-35 in Blaine, Minnesota. 25-year-old Alan J. Swartz and 23-year-old James F. Shelifo Jr. were killed in that crash. Several others were injured with non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to hospitals in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. They're all members of the Beartown Firefighters, a crew that's jointly managed by the Keweenaw Indian Community and the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Now, there's been a huge response of support from people across the UP and especially in the Baraga County area through old-fashioned phone calls and the use of Facebook. And people are offering to help out however they can. Fire departments across the Baraga County area are raising money to support the victims and their families. Local 3's James Fillmore joins us now with more. James.
Cynthia, the Lance, Baraga, Arvon, and Covington fire departments have been taking part in a Fill the Boot fundraiser to help the firefighters injured and killed in the crash. The firefighters have been at various spots around the area for about 6 hours now, collecting any amount of money drivers were willing to donate. The Lance Fire Department alone has collected more than $3,000. The money will be given to the families of those killed and injured. One firefighter I spoke with says they're happy to help.
they're family. Every volunteer fireman, any kind of a fire department, police departments, you're family. And if there's something that comes up like this, we try to help what we can.
It doesn't end there though. The Chassell Volunteer Fire Department will be doing a Fill the Boot fundraiser too. It's at the Chassell Fire Hall until 8 tonight. There's also a spaghetti dinner fundraiser this evening at the VFW in Lance. It started at 5:30 and goes until 8. I'm getting ready to go over to that spaghetti fundraiser and we'll have that new for you tonight at 11. But for now, reporting in Baraga, I'm James Fillmore, Local 3 News.
All right, thank you, James. Now, continuing on with more information about this situation, the Keweenaw Bay Indian community says the bodies of those 2 fallen Beartown firefighters are going to be coming back home to the UP tomorrow. They'll be escorted by firefighters from a Minneapolis funeral home to the Lance area, with Baraga County firefighters escorting the 2 fallen firefighters from the Bruce Crossing area to Reed's Funeral Home in Lance. The family of 23-year-old Jimmy Shelifo Jr. will be greeting friends at the KBIC's Ziba Hall on Wednesday beginning at 11 a.m. until the traditional native service begins at 1 p.m. Then services will begin at 11 o'clock on Thursday with visitation at 11, and then at 1 o'clock will be the service for the other victim of that crash. That's 25-year-old A.J. Swartz. Also, that will be held at Ziba Hall. And just so you know, the government offices of the KBIC say they're going to be closed in honor of those 2 fallen firefighters. They're closing the offices from noon tomorrow until Friday morning. In other news tonight, we have a special report on the information sharing relationship between the city of Marquette and its sister city in Japan. Local 3's Calvin Lewis shows us how the group got an education on UP wildlife rehabilitation today.
10 members of the Higashiomi delegation from Japan are in Marquette this week. Since 1979, delegation members have been visiting Marquette when the International Friendship Agreement was signed between the 2 cities.
まずはすごく遠かったです。24時間ほどかけて来ましたので。
First of all, it was a long trip. It took about 24 hours to get here. But then when he got here, he had an impression of it's a very big country, and it's very beautiful, and he's enjoying so far.
Today's schedule included a stop at the Chocolate Raptor Center. Delegates learned of the birds the center takes care of, from a peregrine falcon to a red-tailed hawk.
Well, I think it's typical of most people. When they see the birds, their eyes just get wide and their grins get wider. Everybody loves the birds, from 5-year-olds to 95. They're beautiful birds. That's why we try to focus on youth education programs, because we want to get young people excited and falling in love with birds like we did.
The title may read as Sister Cities, but there's more behind the title than one may think.
Friendship. They come and meet the local people and then deepen the friendship, and that they go back and then they pass on to the other people, and then we hope that other group will come and then experience the same thing and then strengthen the friendship.
Tomorrow, members of the Higashiomi delegation are visiting the Ski Hall of Fame in Nagani. There, they will learn about some Japanese ski jumpers who set some records right here in the UP. Reporting in Chocolate Township, I'm Calvin Lewis, Local 3 News.
The past, the present, and the future of Marquette County's economy is the subject of our next story. The 2015 Marquette County Economic Data Booklet has been published by the Lake Superior Community Partnership. It looks at past and present economic statistics and uses them to forecast future trends. It's a tool that can be used by many in the community.
This is something that everyone in the community can use. It's invaluable to business owners, nonprofits, grant writers, municipalities. So people who are looking at what's to come and what's happened and looking at those trends, this is invaluable information for everyone.
The LSCP says the annual report will become a quarterly report over the next 18 months in Marquette County. You can get more information about the booklet and find out how you can get your copy of one on our website at upmatters.com. Still ahead for you tonight here on Local 3 News, our Money Watch report. Fitbit is adding 2 smarter devices to the growing mobile health and fitness app line. Stay tuned for that and details on how the market finished the day.
And we're watching a few thunderstorms pop up across the north woods of Wisconsin. A cold front is to the west of us, and that will be the trigger for more storms later. We'll talk about it next.
You're watching Local 3 News at 6 with Cynthia Thompson. Storm Team 3 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Kippen. Brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
And the clouds parted way, and we had a good amount of sun for the afternoon hours, and it felt like a late August day out there with temperatures going into the 80s and humidity creeping up. We also do have some thunderstorms creeping up on our Local 3 radar network, and these thunderstorms are developing across Florence County, Wisconsin, and also moving towards Iron Mountain. We'll zoom in here. We can also see we do have a nice little cell just to the north of Rhinelander, but we do have a thunderstorm right over the city of Iron Mountain here, and this thunderstorm isn't severe, but it is producing some brief heavy rain and maybe a little bit in the way of gusty winds. We're going to see additional thunderstorms develop as we head through the rest of the night. That's because we do have a cold front off towards the west across Minnesota that will be sliding this way as we head into tonight, so we can expect additional thunderstorm development as we head into tonight and also for the first part of Tuesday. And once this front sweeps on through, we're looking for air mass changing weather in the terms of cooler temperatures for Wednesday and also Thursday. So your weather headlines for tonight: a few storms tonight, and it will also remain warm and humid. Rain chances and maybe some thunderstorm chances in the morning and early afternoon. Best chances will be the south central UP, south of Escanaba, and along US 2, along Lake Michigan from Rapid River all the way to the Mackinac Bridge. For the rest of the UP tomorrow afternoon, it is looking like we will see a clearing trend. Fall-like weather on Wednesday, and in fact, we'll hang on to some clouds and possibly some rain showers on Wednesday. And then as we head into the weekend, we're looking for warmer temperatures. Temperatures outside are in the 70s and 80s. We have 79 for Sawyer, for Marquette, 78 for Houghton, 83 still for Ironwood, 77 for Iron Mountain, and 76 for Newberry. For Futurecast tonight, we can see we do have some scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. They're not widespread, and I'm not expecting severe weather tonight, but some storms could produce some gusty winds and also some brief heavy rain. For tomorrow itself, some rain showers and thunderstorm chances will hang along Lake Michigan and in the south central UP, but for the rest of the UP tomorrow afternoon, we clear things out nicely. Clear skies for tomorrow night, and then as we head into Wednesday with a northerly wind flow that could be a little bit on the strong side on Wednesday afternoon. We'll see some lake effect generated clouds and also some lake effect rain showers. Not going to be widespread rain, but it's going to give us that little hint of fall for Wednesday. Tonight remaining warm and humid with a storm chance, patchy fog in spots. Lows will drop into the 60s. Your Fish and Hunt Shop marine forecast: be careful of some storms. Otherwise, waves tonight will be a foot or less. For the next 7 days, we are looking at temperatures that will be in the 70s to in some spots around 80 tomorrow. Along Lake Superior, temperatures will stay around 70 tomorrow afternoon. And then as we head into Wednesday, we're looking at some rain shower chances along with some strong winds at times. Temperatures will be in the 60s on Wednesday to around 70s. And then Thursday and Friday, a chilly morning, but a nice rebound in temperatures, especially on Friday, and then a rebound in temperatures for the holiday weekend. You can always get your latest weather forecast on our website at upmatters.com.
I'd say not bad for this time of the year.
No, not at all.
All right, thank you, Tom. Up next for you tonight here on Local 3 News, our Money Watch report. What does the biggest name in tech get Pope Francis as a gift? Well, you can find out when you stay tuned. We'll be right back here on Local 3 News. In our Money Watch report tonight, Jamie Yukas has the business news headlines of the day, as well as details on how the market finished the day.
The pace may have slowed down a bit, but consumer spending did post its fourth straight monthly increase in July. Many economists say that means a rebound for the second half of the year in the economy. The data, though, may point to an interest rate hike. However, stocks did end up. The Dow closed up 107 points. The Nasdaq added 13. Fitbit is adding 2 new devices, the Charge 2 and the Flex 2. The sleeker models are smarter, too. The Charge 2 is full of health and fitness apps and costs $149. It'll be available this month. The waterproof bring into the pool or shower Flex 2 is $99 and will be on store shelves in October. And what does the biggest name in tech get Pope Francis as a gift? A drone, of course. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and his wife met with the Pope and gave him a solar-powered aircraft that beams internet access to areas of the world that are without it. The two discussed how to expand technology to developing countries. That's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Jamie Yukas.
Sports with Pete Francis is straight ahead for you tonight here on Local 3 News. Michigan Tech is expecting a whole lot out of its senior quarterback this season. More on that coming up next in Sports with Pete. But first, a look at stocks of local interest and today's report on precious metals.
When Brandon Cowie took the reins at quarterback for Michigan Tech last season, no one was really sure what to expect. What the Huskies
And now, Local 3 Sports with Sports Director Pete Francis.
When Brandon Cowie took the reins at quarterback for Michigan Tech last season, no one was really sure what to expect. What the Huskies got was a breakout performance. And Michigan Tech can't wait to see what its senior quarterback does this season.
Brandon Cowie's first year as the starting quarterback at Michigan Tech was filled with plays like this. After a full year starting, Cowie has found his groove at quarterback following a successful run at wide receiver.
Last year was a transition period for me. Obviously, I came in as a quarterback, but playing the wide out, I got away from a lot of the stuff that I'd learned being a quarterback, and so this year I definitely feel more comfortable schematically, physically, mentally, just knowing what we're trying to do out there as an offense.
Coach Tom Curley feels Cowie brings the entire package to the position.
He can do an awful lot of things. He can run the football. He ran 4.5 flat, and he's 6'3", 6'4", 230, and he benches up 350 pounds. A great athlete. He does a real good job of making decisions. He does not make a lot of mistakes, and I think that's huge.
He's got a lot of physical talents. He makes a lot of plays with his feet and also his arm. It's easy to catch the ball when it's right in your chest every time. And also he does a great job of knowing the mental side, knowing what checks we want to make, what autos we want to do, and getting us in the right play for the right situations.
And Cowie's favorite target, David Walter, is back this season to help after pulling in 51 catches last year.
He's one of the hardest working guys on and off the field. Really, if you were to look at him as a freshman till now, he's become just a fantastic football player. His film study is outstanding, and he's really become a clutch player for us, as you could see last year in a lot of the big games that we played. Having him on the field and knowing that I can go to him when I need him to make big plays is pretty awesome.
Cowie and the Huskies open the season on Saturday at home against Walsh.
Iron Mountain is the new top-ranked team in our 11-man high school football rankings after beating Ishpeming on Friday. Negaunee moves into second while Ishpeming falls to third. Menominee and Calumet stay put at fourth and fifth. In our local top three for 8-man, North Central stays in the top spot. Forest Park remains in second, which sets up a showdown between North Central and Forest Park in our game of the week on Friday. Kearney Nato moves in at number 3 this week after a hard-fought win over Ewan Trout Creek. And Cynthia, the Packers made some cuts today, so we'll have more on that coming up at 11.
All right, football season off and running.
Yes, it is.
All right, very good. Thank you, Pete. When we come back tonight here on Local 3, we'll look at what's coming up new for you tonight on the 11 o'clock edition of the show, and Tom's going to have more about the weather. Stay with us.
Hi, mic check. Hello.
Coming up new for you tonight on Local 3 News at 11 o'clock, 10 Central, the Marquette City Commission meets tonight, and at the center of one discussion on the agenda, development of the Lower Harbor Ore Dock. You'll want to tune in for the details about that. Plus, in our Health Watch report, how a mother's decision about vaccines during pregnancy can impact that baby down the road. Stay tuned for those stories and the rest of the evening news tonight on Local 3 News with James Fillmore at 11 o'clock, 10 Central. Of course, James will also have more tonight for you on the benefit dinner that's being held tonight in Baraga County in the Lance area for those 2 fallen firefighters and those injured firefighters as well. Time now though, to check on the weather.
And we do have some thunderstorms around the Iron Mountain area on our Local 3 radar network here. Thunderstorm moving on through, not severe, but is producing some brief heavy rainfall, a little bit in the way of some wind. As we look at your forecast tonight, we'll have a few more storms develop, but it won't be widespread. It'll remain warm and humid with some patchy fog developing. Low temperatures in the 60s. Can you believe it? Sunset just barely after 8:30. As we look at the next couple of days here, tomorrow we'll have some rain and thunderstorm chances for the south central and along US too. And then as we head into Wednesday, we're definitely cooling off with rain and possibly some wind. High temperatures on Wednesday only in the 60s.
Yeah, it's pretty dark by 9 o'clock now.
Yes.
That's not my favorite thing.
And still not light by 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. These guys along with James tonight at 11, 10 Central. Up next, CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.